Hello everybody, welcome back to 10-Minute Reviews. Jason here, bringing you today's video. So real fast, I don't want to make this too long for an intro, so I'm going to try and compress it. Thank you very much to our fans. Thank you very much to our patrons. Don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book, any other applicable links. And don't forget to check the end of the videos for details on our contests. I'm going to be running a contest on the main channel, and I'm going to have a couple of contests on the Patreon, so don't forget to check that as well. Got a bunch of signed books and stuff that I want to give away. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into today's video. Don't forget to check those links down below, guys. Got more information down there. Catch you soon. This video is going to be continuing on with a series that I've been talking about a lot recently, Primal Hunter. We're going to talk about Primal Hunter Book 3 by Zogarth. I'm going to say this every single time I'm talking about one of Zogarth's books, or at least the Primal Hunter books. I put this series off for a while despite getting a lot of despite it being recommended by a lot of people to me on our Discord channel, on the comments on this channel. Even one of our patrons recommended this book to me. And it was on my reading list, but I kept putting it off, and I hate myself for putting it off. This is my #1 favorite lit RPG series, even above Defiance of the Fall. This is a fantastic series. This is above Defiance of the Fall. To me, it's above Rise of the Winter Wolf. That I absolutely love, and I devour every book. Above the Grand Game. It's amazing, an amazing lit RPG book. Now, book 2 dealt with the end of the tutorial, Jake's finishing up of the tutorial, him just absolutely curb stomping William. Now, you do get the hints, the knowledge within book 2 that William is not dead, despite the fact that Jake did pretty much just curb stomp him, stomp a mud hole in his chest, as my old drill sergeant would say. But William was helped out by a god. I don't know if he is actually a chosen or not, but he was helped out by a god, which is something that Billy does mention to Jake is possible, although Jake also makes it very, very clear that he does not ever want that to be done. He hunts, and he hunts those stronger than him, and it loses something if he knows that he could come back once, and only once, but it loses something if he would know that. And Billy does make him that promise that but he puts conditions on it. He's not just going to blanket say, okay, if you die, I'm not bringing you back. He does say that he won't do it unless the cause of Jake's death is Billy himself, as in one of Billy's enemies coming after Jake. Something that is at such a power level that there's no conceivable possible way Jake could have survived. In that case, Billy very much might bring his chosen back, because his chosen is not actually the leader of his religion like it should be, but his chosen is just Billy's best friend. So book 3. Now that he has finished everything, he's got that new mask he got from the Forest King. That's now the Fallen King, or the Beast King. Yeah, the Beast King. That's now the Fallen King, Mask of the Fallen King. And we learned some interesting things about that mask throughout the next couple of books. We are not, as we know, we are not done with William, and we're actually not done with the Fallen King either. But Jake's not the only one that experiences growth within this series. Everybody does. So now we are released into the world. We were released into the world. Jake has an opportunity to see some of his old friends from the tutorial, because while he was the only survivor from the tutorial, as far as living goes, there were others that managed to be brought back for different reasons. Some friends that could potentially become enemies, because they now belong to different factions that are sort of enemies of other factions. It's pretty convoluted, but most of his friends end up pretty powerful, and they're still his friends. Jake has a lot of influence and impact on other people, despite how straightforward he is and how much of a loner he is. There's a lot of neurodivergence shown in Jake's personality. Being neurodivergent myself, I see it, and especially the social anxiety that Jake has. So now we're back on Earth, and of course, Jake being Jake goes off on his own. He actually does not have a whole lot of patience for a lot of the people